Hi, and welcome to Crafting with Ursa. Today we're making two quick Cameo Jewelry projects. This particular set of cameos were last Halloween's craft impulse buy. If you're like me, you probably have some forgotten supplies at the bottom of a drawer in your house. Let's make a quick set of collar pins. And I'm going to take my glue gun, put a little dab of glue on the back of each cameo. And glue a pin back to the back of the cameos. Now I'm going to take some chain, measure out 6 inches, cut it, and I measured out another piece that's 9 inches long. You can make the chain as long or as short as you want. You're going to need 2 jump rings for this project, so just go ahead and open them now before you start. If you're having problems attaching your cameo to the jump rings, you can take a push pin and open up the hole. The metal is very, very pliable on these craft store cameos. And now I'm going to put on my jump ring and attach my chain. The long one goes on the bottom and the short one goes on top. Now close up the jump ring. And there you have it. You're going to repeat the same step on the other side. Let me just put this on real quick. And voila! You have yourself a fashionable collar pin. Now let's do something a little bit more challenging. Let's sculpt our own cameo. I'm using a blank cameo bezel and some super Sculpey to sculpt out a mouth. I'm starting off with the bottom lip, making an indentation with my ball stylus to sculpt out the bottom lip. For the top lip, take a thick piece of clay and flatten it at an angle. Roll out a small ball of clay and attach it to the center of your lip. To make the top half of the bottom lip, take your thumbs and pointer fingers and squeeze. Use your ball stylus to further detail your lips and to add a little dip in the center right above the lips. Now roll out a thick cylinder. That's going to be your tongue. Attach your tongue and your bottom lip to the bezel. Add details with your color shaper and your potter's needle. I'm making little taste buds with this potter's needle. Now it's ready to bake. Now let's paint it. I'm taking some white and some red and I'm mixing it to make a nice pink. That's going to be the base coat for my tongue. Now I'm just going to take the darker red and shade the tongue. That way it has some dimension. Remember, if your paint's going on too thick, put a little bit of water. That way you don't get brush marks. Now I'm going to make a deep red color with a little bit of navy blue and my red. I'm going to dilute it a little bit to make more of a wash. That way it can get into the cracks of the lips. Now I'm going to use a little bit of pink to highlight the lips. And I'm going back in with my dark red to put a nice liner around the lips. Now the last step is just to take a very light brown wash and highlight the shadows that would be on the face. I'm going to attach my cameo to the center of my chain. That way it doesn't move around a lot. Time to close that jump ring. Now you have a one-of-a-kind piece of wearable art. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more creepy crafts. Bye for now.